Hey, John here for jmcGarage, and I wanted to do this quick intro into the video of the thumbnail you're about ready to see. And the reason why I'm doing this intro is so my local car show, and most of the time when I go to local car shows, all you see is the older vehicles, muscle cars from the 60s. Very rarely you see anything from the 70s, but mostly from the 60s, early 70s probably. And then you got some of the classics like the rat rods and some of the 50s and early 40s vehicles. You know, and I see those day in and day out at car shows, like classic car shows. But I saw this beautiful 86 Monte Carlo SS. It reminded me of when I had a teenager. It was a 1985 Monte Carlo. It wasn't an SS. It was called the CL. But it was the first year for fuel injection. It was throttle body fuel injection. But very cool car that I had as a teenager growing up in the late 90s. My dad found it for me. I remember in the garage with my dad, having the car on jack stands, changing out the 200R4 that blew out reverse, and we put in a turbo 350 transmission. Absolutely epic time, changing out the transmission in the garage with the vehicle on jack stands. It was crazy. But anyway, just wanted to preface it that I just had to capture this beautiful, beautiful, beautifully restored 86 Monte Carlo. So enjoy the video. This Monte Carlo was done right, and it kind of made me jealous. Man, I would love another G body. All right, you guys be blessed. Stay tuned for the video. All right, this is John for jmcGarage here with Bob on his unique Monte Carlo SS. But before I kind of dive into this vehicle and we interview Bob just a little bit, let me show you around the car. And just the reason why I wanted to take this video is just it's just a very unique build, and you don't see too many G bodies. This is an 86. Well, let me show you. This is an 86 Monte Carlo SS, and I know it's already been repainted once before, but it's the original color silver with the red accents, as you can tell. That kind of gives you a clue what's underneath the hood. Original rims, right, Bob? Yep. Beautiful 15-inch alloys. Let me show you this interior. There's a story behind those gauges, which I'll tell you here in a little bit, but beautiful interior. Again, all original. Velour seats. Even the headliner is in amazing shape.
Yeah, actually the bench, the 60/40 bench is kind of rare. Most of them came with buckets.
Really?
That was an option, so this was a standard interior.
Oh, wow. Wow. I had an 85 and it had this exact same bench seats. Yeah, except mine was silver, or it had the gray interior versus the burgundy. So I had the silver car with the gray interior.
Chevrolet call that interior color oxblood.
Really?
Yeah. Kind of looks like blood of an ox, I guess.
Now, as you can see, the side of it, again, very beautiful car. Beautiful front. But let me show you what's lurking underneath the hood. Now, in 85, or 86 rather, they came with a carbureted 305, but this thing now is packing an LS3 crate motor. Absolutely done right. Even with the, probably not the original, but the factory looking AC, I'm sure it still works.
Nice and cool.
Just absolutely amazing looking. And it looks like it should have came from the factory just like this. It should have left the factory just like this. And what's cool about this, not only does he have the LS3, but he also has the 4L60E, or is it the 6B?
4L65.
4L65E bolted to this. And then the gauges are actually digital gauges that are meant to talk with that ECU, but yet they look like analog. Dakota digital gauges. And you still got the factory stereo, right? Factory stereo.
And column shift.
Absolutely amazing.
Column shifted automatically. Most, like I said, had floor shifts, but this came with a column shift.
Yeah, it's because most of them had the bucket seats, right?
The bucket seats with the console and the floor shift, but this one did not have their option. And I left it that way.
It's lovely. It's awesome. Does the cruise work?
I had to rewire the cruise out of this to a aftermarket cruise.
Oh, I see it right there.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's get a factory power seat. I'm guessing it's only the driver is the passenger manual, right?
Passenger's manual.
Okay.
And power windows is optional.
Now, has this been touched? The door panel at all?
I had this recovered.
Okay. I was going to say, it looks amazing.
Yeah.
But the seats are original. The seats haven't been touched, though.
No, I recovered those too.
Oh, okay. All right.
With a holster kit.
Nice. Okay. Made to look like the factory. What it left. Yeah.
So these are.
I know the steering wheel's different. The original would have been a 2-spoke.
Correct. Yeah. So this steering wheel
kind of like the.
The steering wheel is from a '69 Chevy SS.
Okay.
I just like the style of that steering wheel as opposed to the original one.
Yeah.
Original steering wheel had kind of a plasticky kind of.
Yes, and almost like you had Lego grip.
It stuck to your finger, you know.
Yeah.
It was kind of gooey and greasy. I just didn't like it.
And they weren't leather wrapped either. So.
I just like the '69 Chevy style.
Man, absolutely beautiful. The G bodies always have a unique sound when you close the doors.
Yeah.
Very unique.
Not like Hondas.
No. Tell us a story about acquiring this car and what you had to do to how they found it and where you got it and the work it took to get it to where it is today.
So I'm a retired cop from California, and I was in my black and white driving by a house in the city I work for, and it was sitting in the driveway there for sale sign on it, and it caught my eye, and I stopped to ask the owner, and it was for he wanted $800 for it, and it had a rod knock and a leaking transmission, so it was a fixer-upper.
And what year was this when you got this?
2000.
2000. Okay. Wow. Wow.
And basically the owner told me that he had tried to sell it to a junkyard, and the junkyard refused to accept it and told the owner that he'd get more money for it selling it privately. So I ended up basically saving it from death.
Wow, that's awesome.
So I spent 6 years restoring it in my garage, basically going through every nut and bolt on the car, restoring it back to stock to a 305. Drove it to some shows for the next 10 years. And then,
did you do a motor swap from the original engine that was knocking to something different, or the same, pretty much the same engine?
I put a aftermarket 305 small block in the car just to get it running.
Okay.
I didn't fix the original engine.
Right.
With the
It's
rod.
probably too far gone.
Well, mechanically going inside an engine was beyond my skills 25 years ago. I didn't have the time, so I just bought a short block from a auto parts business, and that's what I drove around with. And then in 2016, I had a hankering for more power. That came from I'm basically from the Reno area, and I was following a 289 Ford Fairlane up Mountain Rose Highway out of the Reno area towards Lake Tahoe, and I was unable to keep up with a 289 Ford Fairlane, 64 Ford Fairlane with my 305. I says I need more power, so I started looking around and saw that General Motors Performance had basically a turnkey crate motor kit for aftermarket swaps like this.
With the transmission,
with
ECU,
the ECU,
everything.
Just a basic plug and play. And Holly also engineered a complete aftermarket bolt-in kit for the LS-based engines into a G-body. So it's just basically plug and play. Took the full front clip off my garage, took out the old motor, put in the new motor, and 6 months later I got what you see here.
Wow.
So I've been driving this around now for 8 or 9 years, and not very often. It's a garage queen.
I'm sure it's been super reliable though.
Yeah,
Climb in, starts every time.
Starts every time. Air conditioning works. Effortless power.
Yeah.
So I drove it to Las Vegas one time for the LS Fest.
Okay.
And I needed to pass traffic on 95 between Winnemucca, 95 runs basically out of Fallon, Nevada to Las Vegas.
Yes. Yep.
2-lane highway, fast traffic. If I came up on slower traffic, I'd whip around.
Go right through.
Whip around like we were in reverse.
And I don't know if you weighed this car officially, but I know the weights back then this car weighed dry around 35, 34.
3,400.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure. I never weighed the car. I never raced the car.
But I can tell you right now, I bet you that LS3 is probably lighter than the Iron Block 305.
It is, yeah. So when I put the engine in and removed the cast iron 305, put the aluminum LS3 in it, and set it down on the suspension was 2 inches higher in front. So I was at a Carolina
squat there.
On it.
Yep.
So I ended up putting 2-inch drop spindles on the car
just to level it out,
to lower it back down.
Yeah.
So that's what I've got on there. So it's a light car. It's
you lost weight going through the new engine.
Yeah.
Now that 305 that you had in, that was still carbureted all the way up until 2015, 2016, right? You still have a carburetor on it?
No. I sold the engine, so.
No, I meant that 305 before you sold it.
Oh yeah,
When it was still carbureted.
It was in a Rochester
Quadrajet
computer control.
Oh.
And they were impossible to tune.
Oh.
It was that transition in automotive engineering where they were slowly moving over to fuel injection, but still had a connection with the carburation that we all grew up with. And,
yeah.
It was just hard to tune.
Right.
Computer controlled carburetor just doesn't make sense.
No.
If I had left the 305 in there, I would have gone to probably some sort of
fuel injection or something like that.
Fuel injected poly throttle body.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. Well, if you don't mind, would love to hear it. Let's tell you what the exhaust is. The exhaust on this thing, you said it's
Flowmaster 50s.
Flowmaster 50s.
That's the only muffler on.
True duals with what are the headers again?
They're hooker cast iron headers.
Hooker cast iron headers.
So they're not tubular headers, they're cast irons made by Hooker.
Wow.
Designed for this car.
Designed for an LS swap into a G body.
Correct.
It's amazing.
They go into true duals with catalytic converters.
That's awesome. Do you have a crossover at all? No crossover. That's awesome. Yeah, we'd love to hear it. Let's go back. Just an absolute beautiful car. See, you got the K&N on there. You can see the computer controls right there.
Yeah, so the battery fuses the battery box over here.
Okay.
And I
see you custom mounted that?
Custom mounted that. Organized all my grounds into one spot. So if I had a ground problem that I knew the only place I needed to look was right here. I got my fan relays here. The fans are out of a Camaro Z28.
Oh, nice. Okay. Custom radiator?
Yeah, that's a 4-row radiator. I'm trying to think it's from Summit Racing. I'm trying to think.
Okay.
And the fans are controlled by engine temperature and air conditioning. So if I got the air conditioning on, the fans
it'll kill the fan. Oh,
fans
on. Okay.
And if it's just the engine temperature sets it on, it's about 195 degrees. The fans come on.
Oh, okay. Nice. Nice.
And I've got a 160-degree thermostat on there. It
runs pretty cool.
180 degrees.
Yeah.
So fans don't usually come on except when you're in stop-and-go traffic.
Yeah.
Never had a overheating problem, but I did put a big radiator in just to be
sure. Yeah, that is a very big radiator in that thing.
4-row aluminum.
Wow. And then you got regular hydraulic power steering.
Power steering is basically GM.
I see the remote reservoirs right here.
Yeah, Holly. All of this engine accessory drives are straight from Holly. This is the stuff that you need to buy from Holly to make this fit. So sometimes the alternator's down low, it won't fit. Air conditioning sometimes down low, that wouldn't fit. So the air conditioning has to be up high to make this swap fit.
And I'm guessing that it almost looks like
That's it.
That's the transmission dipstick?
Yeah, that's really the only aftermarket thing I got on there. The stock transmission dipstick wouldn't fit because of all the things that are in the way, so I ended up having to go to a I think that's I did it or something like that, one of those aftermarket dipsticks.
Wow.
For the transmission.
Well,
and there's a Ford 9-inch rear end in it.
Oh really? Okay, I didn't know. Oh nice.
So that's and it's also got a posit, so it's a true track.
Okay.
Limited slip with 370 gears.
Okay.
And a Ford 9-inch rear end designed to bolt into a G-body.
Wow.
Because the original 10-bolt rear end in this won't live long enough with the power.
Not unless with some heavy modifications.
The original 10-volt was also an open differential, so if I did accelerate, just one tire would spin.
Right, yep.
So that's useless.
I remember that from when I would try and show off to people. The only one tire would spin, the one wheel peel.
You can look underneath. So
yeah, that'd be great. Oh. Look at that. Beautiful under here. See the mufflers right there, the exhaust. This car is as clean underneath as it is on top.
That's a Grand National gas tank.
Really?
And the reason why is because we had a fuel pump in the gas tank.
Oh, yes.
And I need to run a fuel pump in the gas tank for this because it needs
the fuel injection, yeah.
It needs 58 psi to run the engine. So the only only G-body fuel tank with a fuel pump in the gas tank was a
Grand National, yeah.
That's what's in this.
Okay. Wow, it's amazing. Well, I think it's time to hear this guy.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we'll close out the video.
So
oh no, go ahead. It's all right. Man, it sounds clean. It sounds really clean. Wow. I think the cats combined with the Flowmaster really help keep it tame.
Flowmaster 50s are kind of the quiet side of the Flowmaster series. 40s
yeah.
Are quiet, because this is kind of a luxury car, kind of a personal, I just thought a loud exhaust would kind of had a place on it, so I can go a little bit quieter exhaust.
Yeah, it sounds really good. Well, Bob, thank you again.
All right, sir.
Appreciate you. Yeah, appreciate you. And you guys take care. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Appreciate all you that are subscribing, and tune in for next week. We're going to check out an EV that is not selling at all. Absolutely crazy. All right, awesome. We'll catch you later.